Come here, Leah. Maggie. And that's Maggie. That's Maggie up there. That's come here, Maggie. Her real name is Magnolia, but my wife calls her Maggie. Her name's Maggie. Maggie. Worked inside that we had made. Come here, Leah. Leah. That's going to be my tombstone. That's my monument right there. It says Woods, got the bulldog on it. It's black granite, solid granite, 2-inch granite. That's my tombstone. When I'm long and gone, but I hope it's a long time. This is my son, this is my youngest son, and this is Minnie G in there. And this is me, and this is my dad. How it got started with him in 1980. My dad volunteered to drive the bus for Irk Russell, the defensive team. And him and Irk was good friends. And back when Georgia used to go everywhere by bus, they went to Clemson by bus, they'd go to Tech by bus, Auburn by bus. Daddy volunteered to drive the defensive team for him. 1980, when we went to the Sugar Bowl to play Pittsburgh, that's the first time he shaved his head, which he had a full head of hair. And I got a full head of hair. He shaved his head, and we went to the Sugar Bowl in his motor home, and he had a motor home with bulldogs on the side of it, and that was the first time that he had ever shaved his head and done it was 1980. He passed away in 87 or 88, and I've been doing it ever since.
Little mole or freckle, I'm not real sure, but I kind of use it as my basis.
So this has inspired you to start painting?
Yes, I would have, I would have never even really thought about it. I always enjoyed looking at art and different things, but I wouldn't have pursued it, really. I'm really thrilled that he's doing this because his daddy was a really nice man. People loved him. He drove a bus at the university, and the students fell in love with him. He had a great personality.
So are you training anybody to paint when his legacy gets passed on?
Well, our youngest says he'll do it. Our oldest won't. He's real shy. He's like me. So he likes to live in the background, which this is hard for me. He likes to live in the background, but our baby, he is outgoing.
The longest part is the hat. Everything else goes pretty good.
I've kind of modified it a few times. I used to try to do all this detail, and now I'm getting lazy.
You got both ears on?
Yeah, I usually forget this one. I get so preoccupied with the other one.
Just use them. And you see, you can tell when they're going down and throw them away.
They bring all their little babies and their kids over and wants pictures made. I bet you I've taken 50,000 worth of pictures of babies and kids and fans, and it's just unreal. I mean, it's I've never seen anything like it. It's just, they love it. The Jacksonville, the Run Lindsay. I was in Jacksonville, and Mama stayed home with the sick babies while I was in Florida.
We were in the hospital.
In the hospital.
Yeah, and our youngest son had pneumonia, and he left.
So we can't say too much about that ball game. We don't talk about that ball game.
I probably haven't got two that look the same.
Let's compare.
Get 'em, dogs.
Yeah.
Get 'em, dogs. See, I ain't worth 2 cents for nothing but for loving. See, that's all I want to be right there.
Babies, that's all they are.
That's all they are. See, I ain't got a mean bone in my body.